Hey guys! So today I'm going to be talking about the 7 books that I read in February. I have some books that were flops, I have some books that were okay, and I have a new favorite. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go in order of least favorite to favorite, and yes, somebody private messaged me. I know that both of those they still say January. I'm still trying to get my life together, so it's fine. But my least favorite book that I read in February is The Grace Year by Kim Liggett. This is about, I guess it's like a society or a colony or a town, I don't know, that on their 16th birthday, every girl has to go live in the wilderness for a year to get rid of their magic. And the girls who are given veils kind of have higher priority than the girls who don't. And it's just all sorts of confusing. But the girls are sent out to basically live together in the wilderness for a year, try not to kill each other, and basically like get rid of this magic that the town thinks that they have. I did not like this book. I loved the first like 200 pages, and then I'm not gonna spoil it, but something gets kind of shoehorned into the story and it made it really unlikable and not interesting anymore for me, and it was actually really, really upsetting. I think I ended up giving this a 2-star because that first 200 pages I was like in it. I was like, this is female Lord of the Flies, it's getting intense, it's crazy. And then this thing happens midway through and it just kind of soured the entire rest of the book for me. The next two are kind of a tie, and that is Blood Will Tell and The Girl I Used to Be by April Henry. I didn't hate either of these. These are very typical like YA mysteries. I wouldn't even call them thrillers. It's literally just like paint by number mystery books. Like, they're good, they're solid books, I guess, but I don't know, like coming from somebody that reads Riley Sager, Claire McIntosh, Peter Swanson, these are just so hard to get behind. But if you want something that's mindless and quick to read, these are definitely the books for you. The next one is 1,000 Beginnings and Endings, and this is by various authors, but it is edited by Ellen O and Elsie Chapman. I actually really liked this. There were some stories that I didn't care about. There were some that I absolutely loved, but I really appreciated the fusion of like Asian mythology meeting modern day in some of them. And it was really unique and special, and I don't know, I definitely am more open to reading short stories if they're mythology based, because I really did enjoy this an awful lot. The next one I'm still kind of on the fence about as to what my rating is. It's somewhere between a 3 and a 4-star, and that is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Everybody ties this book and Eliza and Her Monsters together because the plot is somewhat similar. I like the way Eliza and Her Monsters is portrayed a little bit better. I do like the representation in this book better than in Eliza and Her Monsters, but this is still a pretty good book. I will definitely be thinking about it for a long time, and honestly, I don't know why, but like, this cover does not excite me to read this book at all. I wish I had gotten the other cover of the girl with like different colored lines across her face, because that actually looks a lot more interesting to me. Whereas this one, like, I kind of struggled at the halfway point to get into it and finish it. But overall, I mean, I really did enjoy this story. I'm still just kind of mulling over a couple different things in my head as to whether it pushes it into that like 4-star territory. The next one is Crenshaw by Catherine Applegate. Now, I loved The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate as well. When I read it a couple years ago, I absolutely loved it. These books are so charming, and the way she writes, and they're so easy to read. Like, the font is huge. Some of the pages don't even have words on them. This is definitely a quick afternoon, like, crank it out kind of book, but they all are very poignant and special in their own unique ways as well. And then my new favorite book. Now, if you all have watched the vlog where I read this book, you will know what it is. And you will know that I attempted to read this book 2 other times in the past, never got around to really finishing the book and seeing why everybody liked it so much. But now I understand. And that's The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I absolutely loved this book. I don't know why it took me 2 other times to try and finish it, but I'm so glad I finally did. If you all don't know what this book is about already, like where have you been for the past like 5 years? Actually, how old is this book? Because I'm gonna embarrass myself if it's not even 5 years old. Oh, it's 2012. We're good. This is about 4 boys who all have dark secrets and twisted backstories, and they're tragic and beautiful, and I love them all. And they are all searching for the ley line that will wake up Glendower, the like sleeping Scottish king. And they stumble upon Blue, who is basically like a spiritual conduit, and she is a psychic's daughter. She lives in a house full of psychics, but her fate and Gansy's fate are like more intertwined than any of them really realize. But this book is like the beginning of their adventure, and it really defines them as characters, and I absolutely loved it. I don't know why I didn't like this before. It's magical, I love it, and I suggest everybody read it. Yeah, those are the 7 books that I read in February. I'm so glad I finally read The Raven Boys. Like, you all have no idea. Actually, if you all have read The Raven Boys, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, tell me down below some of the books that you all read in February. I would love some recommendations if you had new favorites that you read, or if you read some of the ones that I read also. I would love to talk to you down below as well. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!